Number 10. The Wendigo. Deep in the frozen wilderness of North America, something ancient hunts the hungry and the lost. The Wendigo, a creature born not from nature, but from human sin. It was once a person who, trapped by starvation, turned to cannibalism to survive. But by tasting human flesh, they invited a curse, their soul twisted into a being of endless hunger. Tall, skeletal, with hollow eyes and a heart made of ice, the Wendigo roams the woods crying for food it will never find. The Algonquian people say even the wind carries its voice, calling travelers by name to lure them deeper into the forest. Hunters claim to find claw marks 12 feet up trees and footprints that vanish mid-trail, as if lifted into the sky. The Wendigo is more than a monster. It's a warning that hunger and greed can consume the human spirit itself. Number 9. The Kraken. Far from land, beneath the icy waves of the North Atlantic, legends speak of a monster the size of an island. The Kraken, feared by sailors for centuries, was said to rise from the depths to drag ships beneath the sea. Witnesses described enormous tentacles wrapping around masts, pulling entire crews into the cold abyss. The ocean would churn and boil, as if alive with fury. Some say the Kraken's movements caused whirlpools that swallowed fleets whole. Modern historians think these tales came from sightings of giant squids, real creatures over 40 feet long. But sailors of the past swore it was much, much larger, a beast that could crush ships in its grip. Whether myth or misunderstood monster, the Kraken reminds us how little we truly know about what hides below the waves. Number 8. The Joragumo. In Japan, not all beauty is what it seems. The Joragumo is said to appear as a graceful woman with a soft voice and mesmerizing eyes. She invites men to her home, offering tea, music, and warmth. But once they're inside, the illusion fades. Her body twists, limbs elongate, and 8 long legs unfold from her back, revealing a monstrous spider beneath the human disguise. She spins her victims into silk cocoons, feeding on their fear before draining their life away. Legends say she can control lesser spiders and weave illusions so perfect that victims die smiling, never realizing what's happened. In old Japanese towns near waterfalls, people still whisper, "If a beautiful woman invites you to rest beneath the trees, don't, because it might not be a woman at all." Number 7. The Jersey Devil. In the dark pine forests of New Jersey, a cursed child was born. In 1735, a woman named Mother Leeds cried out in anger, cursing her 13th child. "Let it be the devil himself." And when the baby arrived, her words came true. Before the horrified family, the infant changed, sprouting wings, claws, and a forked tail. With a shriek that shook the walls, it flew up the chimney and vanished into the stormy night. For over 200 years, locals have reported hearing unearthly cries echoing through the woods. Livestock found drained of blood, hoofprints appearing in the snow, and shadows flying overhead. Even police officers and pilots have claimed sightings of the Jersey Devil. Some say it's still out there, a creature born of a mother's curse, forever haunting the Pine Barrens. Number 6. The Chupacabra. Across Latin America and the southern United States, farmers live in fear of a mysterious predator, the chupacabra, or goatsucker. It first appeared in Puerto Rico during the 1990s, after a wave of livestock killings left animals completely drained of blood. Witnesses described a creature unlike anything seen before. Reptilian, hairless, with spines along its back and glowing red eyes. Some said it moved on 2 legs, others that it leapt like a kangaroo. Scientists dismissed it as hysteria, blaming wild dogs or disease. But many of the attacks showed no signs of struggle, only 2 clean puncture wounds. Over the years, sightings spread across countries, each version slightly different. A shape-shifting predator that feeds on blood. Whether it's a government experiment gone wrong or a creature that evolved in secret, the chupacabra remains one of the most chilling modern mysteries of all. Number 5. The Basilisk. In the Middle Ages, people feared a serpent so deadly that even its stare could kill. The basilisk, known as the king of serpents, was said to be born from a rooster's egg, hatched by a toad under a cursed moon. Wherever it slithered, grass turned black, birds fell dead from the air, and stone cracked beneath its gaze. Knights who faced it turned to ash before they could even raise their swords. It was said that only one creature could defeat it, the weasel whose scent was fatal to the beast. Some believed the basilisk was the origin of dragon myths, a smaller, deadlier version born from dark magic and arrogance. The basilisk teaches one thing: not all monsters roar or charge into battle. Some destroy you with nothing but a look. Number 4, the skinwalker. Among the Navajo people, there are stories you're never meant to tell after dark. Tales of witches who turn into beasts, the skinwalkers. These are men and women who have betrayed their people, performing forbidden rituals to gain the power to shapeshift into animals. Coyotes, wolves, owls, even human forms, wearing the skin of those they've slain. Skinwalkers are said to move with impossible speed, mimic voices, and knock on windows to lure victims outside. Those who've seen one describe glowing eyes in the darkness, laughter that sounds human but feels wrong, and the overwhelming sense that they're being watched. The Navajo believe that even speaking their name invites their attention, which is why few dare to talk about them. Whether spirit, witch, or something worse, the skinwalker reminds us that evil often wears a familiar face. Number 3, the banshee. In the misty hills of Ireland, there is a cry that no one wants to hear. The banshee, a ghostly woman whose wail foretells death. She appears near rivers, forests, or the ruins of old castles, her long hair flowing as she weeps for the soul soon to die. Some describe her as a pale maiden dressed in white, others as a hag with sunken eyes and blood on her dress. Families once believed each lineage had its own banshee who mourned their dead for generations. Her scream, sharp, chilling, and mournful, isn't meant to harm, but to warn. Yet for those who hear it, the sound brings pure terror. Even today, people in rural Ireland claim to hear cries on stormy nights, and soon after, tragedy follows. The banshee doesn't bring death. She simply lets you know it's coming. Number 2, the shadow people. Late at night, when you wake but can't move, have you ever felt something watching you? Many people across the world have reported the same experience. A dark, human-shaped figure standing silently in the corner of their room. They're called the shadow people. No face, no details, just a pitch-black outline darker than the darkness around it. Scientists say it's a trick of the brain during sleep paralysis. But how can so many describe the same thing? The same glowing eyes, the same feeling of dread. Some believe they're spirits trapped between worlds. Others claim they're interdimensional beings that appear when our consciousness is half awake. The most famous of them is known as the Hat Man, a tall figure wearing a wide-brimmed hat, often seen just before moments of tragedy. Whether real or imagined, one thing's certain: the moment you see them, you'll never forget their stare. Number 1, Cthulhu. And finally, we reach the most terrifying monster of all. Born from the imagination of H.P. Lovecraft, Cthulhu is not just a creature. It's the embodiment of cosmic horror. Beneath the ocean, in the sunken city of R'lyeh, this ancient being sleeps. Part dragon, part octopus, and part god, Cthulhu is said to be so vast and powerful that merely seeing it drives humans insane. Its followers, the cult of Cthulhu, believe that one day, when the stars align, it will awaken and reclaim the earth. But what makes Cthulhu terrifying isn't just its size or power. It's the idea it represents, that in the grand scale of the universe, humanity means nothing. We are insects beneath the gaze of things far older and far greater than we can comprehend. And when Cthulhu rises again, it won't be out of anger or hate, but simple indifference, because to the gods of the deep we were never important at all.